I have a question, guys. Go ahead and answer. What is the meaning of give full measure and weight? What do you understand this? I briefly touched upon this as well. Yes, Aziz, go ahead.
So giving full measure and weight is being fair, and like if you give a full measure, like let's say you're paying for like some apples you bought, then and the apples costed like let's say 5 reals, then somehow you just give them 4 reals, or you steal a few of the apples and then give them steal extra and then give them. So giving full measure. And then giving full weight is when you are, let's say you're selling some apples and then you're just selling them by kilogram, then you make the kilogram less, so then they buy less, but then a higher price by tinkering with the scale.
Correct. Brilliant answer, Aziz. Hamza, go ahead. Your hand is raised.
Sir, yes, if we are billing, for example, 2 kilos of tomato or potatoes, yes, and the buyer who is buying from us, he has trusted us that you are going to give him 2 kilos of potatoes, and I am going to pay him the correct money, but I have misused the trust to like took away 1 kilograms and give him 1 kilogram then, and he doesn't know if like you see today like in Pakistan, the kids they do not know much about the weight and stuff, and the shopkeepers usually they trick them into paying more and giving less.
Brilliant answer, Hamza. Thank you so much. Jazakallah khairan. Thank you, both of you. Omer, you have your hand raised. Go ahead.
Sir, like giving fair amount to people and not being unfair and not holding when you're the person who's selling, you got a risk by you're doing hard work and giving something away in return of money. But if someone holds that money, like he is stopping your risk from coming. And
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Omer. Thank you for adding another dimension to it. And you're right, there are multiple dimensions. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says such words, there are so many meanings and so many dimensions that continue to open for us. All three of you said the right things. Jazakumullahu khairan. Excellent answers. So basically, don't deprive the people of their things and don't cause corruption on the earth after its reformation. So this means weighing, as you guys gave all the examples. This also means that bribing someone in order to get an extra favor and all of the corruption that happens. This also means any form of contract that you do to people. It's not about just buying vegetables or meat and weighing and all of this, but also other contracts. So for example, if I'm working in a company and I've signed a contract with them and they are paying me a salary, then I'm bound to give them. For example, if my timings are, I don't know, 9 to 6, or there are certain expectations of some projects, or there is some expectation of work that I will deliver, I have to deliver that work. It cannot be that I am making false excuses. Oh, I'm not ill today, boss. I won't be able to come. And now there is my sister's marriage, or somebody is not well and my kid is not well. I cannot cheat my employer. This is also important that, there is a signed contract, because then they will be deprived of the service that I'm supposed to give to that company. Similarly, if I'm doing honestly my job, I'm delivering all the projects, I'm delivering whatever I have to deliver, then my employer should not deprive me from my salary or from whatever financial commitment they have made to me. Similarly, any other example, a teacher and a student, if a teacher is committed to teach someone, then they cannot relax. It's not like students, okay, students, this is a free class today, have fun, do whatever you do. And then students are happy, no class, and they're having fun and all this. No, there's a contract, you have to study. And then you can think about it in any other way where there are financials involved. Anything that you pay for, it can be a fee for something. For example, you're going to a football or a cricket or a basketball coaching academy, and you are paying a fee to them. And there is a trainer that is supposed to come to you and teach you, but then he doesn't teach you properly. He's on his cell phone and saying, yeah, okay, do this now, and yeah, you're doing well. And if they start to do this, then they're cheating and they're not really putting their full service. So this thing alone is, it impacts the entire society. Because imagine if I am working in an office and I start relaxing and I start going and I start cheating and making these excuses, and there is another guy who was used to be a dedicated profession and he's doing his work dedicated. When he will look at me, he'll say, he always gets away with it, and the boss never notices. Let me also try to do that. Similarly, any one hawker who starts to cheat his people and increases the price, or is charging extra margin, or whatever he's trying to do, corruption that he's trying to do, other people will see. Let's say there is a police officer or a government professional or someone who's supposed to do in public service job and help people. He starts to take bribery. Once he starts to take it, other people in the same job will say, so look at him, he's making so much money, he got a big car and he now got a big house and nobody is even holding him accountable. Let me try to do it. So this give full measure and weight it has so many depths and so many dimensions to this, that, and then the following part of the ayah, that don't deprive the people of their things and don't cause corruption on earth after its reformation, when the laws have been stated, and when there are stated laws, then don't go against them to cause corruption. This encapsulates the entire society, and for men especially, our responsibilities towards our family, so that we earn livelihood. So we have to make sure we do it the halal way, and which is why giving full measure and weight has multiple dimensions that you can visualize it on. And whatever work that you pursue, inshallah, in your future, be it you do your jobs, or be it you start your own businesses, or in whatever capacity you try to earn your livelihood, you have to keep this in mind. Give full measure and weight. Give your full time. Give your full dedication. Give your full commitment in order to be, this is the guidance that is really practical for most of the aspects of our life. Hamza, you have your hand raised. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir, we can use this incident as an example also. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was walking down the street, or a companion of him, I don't know the name, and he saw a street vendor selling, and he saw that what the street vendor was doing, he was selling grain or rice, and he put the good rice below the bad rice. And it was raining, so the grains or rice have been they have been damaged, so he put at the top and the good rice at the bottom, so he would not get the loss. And the Prophet Muhammad or the companion consulted him and punished him also about this. So we can also use this example as today.
You're right, Hamza. Thank you so much. Jazakallah khairan for sharing this. And such practices, they're happening even today in our society. It is prevalent. We hear a lot of the times this word corruption. We heard a lot of time this word bribery and people cheating on each other. And the issue is that these days, these things are considered smart. I outsmarted someone, because I made a fool out of him and I got more for myself. How long will you carry this more? How long can you carry this money? Eventually you will die and you will leave empty-handed. People don't realize this situation, and then eventually you will be thrown in front of Allah SWT. So these people, we will realize this, that this nation was also, they got a punishment in this world from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well. So giving full measure and weight and not depriving, this is a very important angle, as we have now discussed it in multiple ways, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala holds it so, it's so important in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he almost eliminated a nation, as we will see right now.